All right, so tell me about your offensive line this year and how it's going to be different, maybe from or even better from last year.
Well, every year the personalities change, the dynamic of that group changes. We're fortunate this year that we've got two returning starters back, and Lucas McNeil and Kenny Thomas. There's a veteran guy that joins that group, Linwood Foy, who's been a part-time player but now steps into a starting role, and he's bringing a lot of different traits to that group, and we're excited about his athletic ability. Cole Bentley moves into center, and so that's a change and a little bit of a new dynamic for us. So we're excited about that. So, and then of course Mekhi Becton is coming back for his sophomore year, and you kind of forget that he was a true freshman last year. So that whole group has been working to pull together, feel what the dynamic is, understand how to work with each other, and I've been pleased so far with the development that we made.
You play Lucas and Mekhi on the same side this year. Last year he played, some guard, and he actually went out to tackle a little bit at the end of the year.
Right.
Is he still playing some tackle a little bit?
He's got the ability to bounce out there, and his whole career he's been able to do that because of injury and because of different things that you have to do moving guys around, and so he's got the flexibility and the talent to be able to do that. But it's pretty impressive when you watch Lucas and Mekhi line up together, and so hopefully we can keep them together, but certainly we've got the ability to mix and match, and we've never been through a season where all five guys get to stay the same for the whole year. But so as we start into this, we're excited about what that can be and what they can do together. So two pretty large men standing next to each other.
That's right. Cole Bentley's at center now. What has he shown you at that position? And if you can update us on Robbie Bell at all.
Yeah, Cole has done a really good job of stepping into that position. It's not an easy spot to step into, especially when you've never played before. And so he's taken on that responsibility from a leadership standpoint. He has to direct the traffic in there. He has to tell everybody where to go and where to be and how to get where they're supposed to go. He sets the scheme for everyone, and he's done a really good job with that. There's still rough edges that he has to deal with in terms of being new to that position. But we work through that every single day, and we're really excited about that. And Robbie's recovering from the spring and is getting reps in there, and every day gets better and better.
And on the other side with Kenny Thomas and Linwood Foy or Caleb Chandler, what have you seen from that group? The coach said last year he probably maybe should have mixed in Linwood Foy a little bit more.
Those guys are really athletic. Where the McNeil and the Becton side is the power and the strength and the size, those guys are the athletic ability and the toughness and the guys that can play in space. And so I'm really excited about what Linwood brings to that group. He plays well in space. He looks good out there at that weak tackle spot for us, which is the guy that has to end up one-on-one a lot. And then Kenny Thomas is now coming back for his third year, and I think I've seen a lot of development and growth in what he's done. He's got a lot of games under his belt, so he's got a calm personality. Things that change and the chaos that goes on in there doesn't really affect him. And I've really been impressed with what he's done this first week. I've seen him really take a step forward, so I'm excited about that.
Is there anything you have to do differently with Juwan Pass and the offense that you will play this year as opposed to what you had with Lamar Jackson a year ago?
No, not really. I mean, from a scheme standpoint, we're running the same stuff. We block the same guys. We point the same targets. And regardless of who's playing that spot, I think our guys have really rallied well behind Juwan. They've understand his personality, and he's fit in well with that group. That's been a good mesh, and we really are excited about him being our quarterback. And I think those guys feel that, and they feel like they have to do an extra special job to make his job easy for him. And I've seen that work. I've seen that cohesiveness between them and our quarterbacks and how that's worked out well too. So I've been excited about what that's been.
How nice is it With Lamar, there was always the possibility, though, if things broke down or he wanted to just take off, he could make something spectacular happen. It's not that way, I guess, with Puma. Does that
Well, I
change
think
things for the line at all?
not really, and I think sometimes those were good things Lamar did, and sometimes those things were not great things. We took off a little early, or we did, however it worked out. Lamar had his own skill set. But so does Juwan, and he's got the ability to scramble and move in the pocket. And really, early in camp, that's one of the things I think he's done really well. He's readjusted his feet and found the throwing lanes that he needs to find, and that has to always happen when you're working behind the line. There's always going to be pushes and slides and things that you have to do to find throwing lanes, and he's done a good job with that. But he's also got athletic ability that allows him to be able to avoid the rush, to be able to find lanes, and when he escapes, he's a big guy to bring down. And so it doesn't change what we do up front. We target the defense, we slide to a side, we man to a side, and then everybody has to do their job to provide time for us to throw the ball.